Good evening, Promise Talking Faith Walkers. Welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday, where we are glorifying God by sharing the good works of his people. I'm your host, Katie Littles, and tonight we have with us Patricia Mahone. Good evening, Patricia. How are you?
Good evening.
Thank you.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. So, just a little bit about Patricia. Self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur, Patricia Mahone is the founder, CEO, and executive director of Hidden Gems Consulting and the nonprofit organization Building Foundations Incorporated. She provides personal and business consulting, small business startup assistance, standard operating procedures for small businesses, vision board workshops, and vision board kits. Patricia is also a wife, mother of 3, and grandmother of 1. She has a heart to serve God and people. This is what drives her and her business. Again, Patricia, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. I'm so excited about this.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited also.
So what we're going to start off with is called What's the What? And it's just 5 little questions about who you are on a personal, not really personal, but just to make you seem more human, like one of the regular folks. You're doing a lot. So what is one place you would like to visit?
I laughed about it because now they don't want us there right now, but I really want to go to the Bahamas.
I knew when you said that, I knew you were going to say that. Someone posted an article, and I read the article, and as I was reading, I was thinking, this man is talking like when your mama used to tell you, I can't take you nowhere. Like, Americans, we can't take you nowhere. Oh, that's great. Okay, what's your favorite number?
My favorite number is 23.
23. Okay.
Yes.
That's a high number and an odd number. Okay. And your favorite word?
My favorite word is hey. Like, hey.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a story behind that one too.
I mean, you got time. We got time. We'll make time.
Well, I've always said hey. I never say hello or hi. I always say hey. And this was in January. I called my grandmother in Cleveland. I was like, hey, and she told me that my aunt was there. So I said, oh, well, tell Aunt Bren I said hey. So she said, Bren, Pat says hi. I said, no, I didn't say that. She said, girl, you're so country. So that is like my favorite word. I always say hey, but my grandma always called me country.
That's a good word. And what's your favorite food?
Food.
Yes, food.
All food.
No. We've had a lot of foodies on here. People that's like, I just like food.
I'm a foodie, but I have a really, really serious sweet tooth that I'm trying to contain. So my favorite of all things is brownies, any kind of brownies.
Okay. And what is your favorite Bible verse?
Well, I have Bible verses that are my favorite for different seasons.
Okay.
So in the season that I'm in right now is Habakkuk 2:2, and that's write the vision, make it plain. My Bible verse for years.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I need to think about that. Get me a seasonal verse. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get into our interview part. So you call yourself a serial entrepreneur. I've never heard anybody say that before. Have you always desired to own your own business? And what are some of the businesses that you've had?
Well, I have always had that desire ever since I was a little girl. And my mom and dad used to buy me yarn, and I used to make little friendship bracelets out of them. And then I would sell the bracelets to them. So they bought the material, and then I would sell it to them. But I I have had so many different businesses. I always had a desire to have my own. I've been in corporate management for over 20 years, but my sister used to call me side hustle queen because I always had, if I wasn't selling Avon, I was selling Mary Kay, I was selling legal plans, I have sold insurance, jewelry, you name it, I've done it. So I've had multiple businesses.
Okay, that's cool. Um, I'm going to ask you this question, then I may say something about what you just said about the multiple businesses. How did Hidden Gems Consulting come about?
Well, Hidden Gems Consulting actually it was more than one part that came together.
Okay.
Um, Hidden Gems came from a jewelry business that I actually had. And when I got the business, it was a multi-level marketing business, and I really didn't want the name to be the name of the company. I wanted it to be separate, like different.
Okay.
I always say, what makes you different? So I asked God to name it for me because I couldn't think of a name. And one day he gave me the name Hidden Gems.
Okay.
So now that was one part. The other part, the consulting part, came from when I finally decided to take those 20 plus years of experience and combine it and help other people. That's when the jewelry business was already gone, but Hidden Gems stayed there. And that's where Hidden Gems Consulting came from. And the Hidden Gems part is like, I believe that everyone has a gem inside them, like it's buried.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just say a diamond is buried, right? And it's all got dirt and all kind of stuff on top. And I think that everyone has that on the inside of them. And the dirt and stuff is like life experiences or situations or circumstances that kind of covers it up. So it's a hidden gem. So it's my belief that everyone has that hidden gem inside and it just needs to be exposed.
Okay. And what I wanted to say about the consulting, you said you had all of these different, you've had all these different businesses. And I believe sometimes our experiences, well, actually all the time, our experiences help us when it's time for us to help other people. So having all these, being involved with all these different businesses gives you different perspectives on what it is that people are doing and what it is people are needing, and to try to see processes from the minds from different individuals. So that's what I was thinking about when you when I was just like, oh, Hidden Gems Consulting. Okay, so she done had a lot of experience doing that. So
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
and so you offer vision board workshops and kits, and I forgot to bring my vision board because I did order one of your kits and I
Yes.
absolutely love it. I'm telling you, the most exciting part for me, I don't know why, was the fact that it had a magazine, a whole magazine in the kit. I was like, oh my God, there's a whole magazine here.
Yes.
I was so
Yes.
excited about that. But it had so many different things that you can use, and it actually helped me to expand my creativity because you had items in there, mediums that I never would have thought to use on a vision board. So
Awesome.
that I really, really enjoyed my vision board kit. So you do vision board workshops and you offer vision board kits. Do you
Yes.
use those in your consulting business also?
Absolutely. And believe it or not, most of my clients come from a vision board workshop.
Oh, okay.
And what it is, like, I used to do the in-person workshops, but
Mm-hmm.
the actual kit came from the pandemic because I had vision board workshops already set up in person. And when everything got shut down, I had to pivot. I'm like, okay, well, how can I make this work? And it was like, things make a kit so people don't have to try to go out and buy stuff.
Yeah.
So when I put everything together, I ship it out to you and I tell you, we can do a one-on-one, you can do a group, however. And most of the time when they come into these vision boards, they have all these ideas that they're pulling together. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times it's businesses that's coming out of them. So then that's when the consulting part comes in. Well, hey, okay, well, you like to do this, so how about do this, this, and that? And from that, I get consulting business from the workshop.
Oh, wow. That's great that you have that eye to see, because a lot of times people don't even know that that can turn into so much more than what they see. So your social media is Hidden Gem Unveiled. How did this name come about? Which I was almost about to answer that previously.
Well, when I did have my jewelry business that was called Hidden Gems, I named my Instagram Hidden Gems Jewelry Boutique.
Okay.
Well, when I stopped the jewelry business, it was God spoke to me and said, just change it to Hidden Gems. And that's what I did. I changed the group in Facebook to Hidden Gems, and then I changed the Instagram to Hidden Gems. And as he was working on me at that time, I was going through losing my mom at that time when I decided to stop my jewelry business. But he was pouring into me that whole time that I kind of retreated and pulled back from everybody and everything. And what he showed me was there are so many things inside of me that he had to hide until he had me ready to bring it out. So once I started to come out and be who he created me to be, because I was now ready, it was like an unveiling. So that's when the name came about, Hidden Gem Unveiled. And that is what I strive to do with my clients, is unveil that gem.
Unbelievable. That is awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So tell us about your nonprofit, Building Foundations Incorporated.
Well, Building Foundations Incorporated is actually the very first business that I started on my own outside of multi-level marketing.
Okay.
So Building Foundations is a nonprofit that strives to help men, women, children, and whole family units who are in any kind of transition.
Okay.
So that can be transitioning from having a home to not, or not having a home to having a home, financial counseling, job counseling, job training. We've even helped to pay bills. We do things where we go out into the neighborhoods and pass out things. And like right now, we have an initiative going with both companies where we are working on getting personal care bags together for children. So it started back in January before the pandemic. And what we were striving for was in August, when school started back, was to have personal care bags in schools with counselors so that they can give them to the children that need them. And what's in these bags are for girls, sanitary napkins, toothbrush, toothpaste, combs, brushes, boys, same stuff, instead of sanitary napkins, socks, different things that some children need but are afraid to say that they need.
Okay.
But most of the time, the teachers and the counselors can see when there's a need, even if it's not spoken.
Yes.
So we want to be able to come in and give children things that they need, because our thing is about having confidence. And how can you have confidence if you don't maybe look like everybody, or your mom is struggling to pay bills so she can't get that deodorant, or what I'm saying? Sometimes we take things for granted. So that's the initiative that we're doing now, is getting items together and monies together to purchase items to make these bags. And since school is not in, we're going to go to where they actually distribute the lunches. And pass them out when they pass out the lunches.
Okay, so how can our viewers get involved with that? If someone wants to help you out or want to contribute some money, where can they do that at?
They can DM me, inbox me, or they can email me at patricia@hiddenhgconsultsnow.com. And we can send the links out and everything for you to donate. Also, we do the actual merchandise donation, and we'll do pickup, and we'll arrange pickup for that also.
Okay, and all of your contact information is in the description box tonight. So if anyone is watching and you want to be a part of this initiative to help them get these supplies out to children, please contact Patricia and let her know what you can do, or find out what she needs from you guys, so that they can make this a bigger initiative. That's great. That is absolutely great.
Thank you so much.
So what advice would you give someone who is actively pursuing personal or business consultant as a business or ministry, but has gotten stuck?
Well, First, I would say stop and pray.
Okay.
Make sure you have clarity, because you definitely need clarity when you're dealing with other people's dreams.
Mm.
Just take a moment and step back and, search yourself first to make sure that you're clear, because if you have a lot of confusion going on, you can't hear the other person.
Okay.
So a lot of times if I get stuck, I know I just need to stop and step back for a minute and clear up my own stuff before dealing with somebody else's. So that's one big thing. If you're stuck, then just do that. Also, always learn. Be open to learn new things, learn new techniques. I learn from everybody everywhere.
Yes.
So always be teachable. Be able to listen to someone else, and always just be on the lookout for new and different things. Everything is not always going to be one way. And
Okay.
every person that you deal with, you can't deal with everybody the same.
Same way, yes. How do you balance being a mother, a wife, a mother, and a serial entrepreneur? and what and I know that wasn't on our questions, but how do you balance doing that? And then what's your favorite self-care activity?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Balance, it ain't always balanced.
Okay.
Sometimes let me see how can I put this? Sometimes a 4-course meal is out the window. Okay, we may have to just grab something and go. We try not to do that all the time. But I don't know, I just do it. Before, years ago when I had all those different businesses going on, my mother was here. So
Okay.
my mother, when I tell you, she helped 1,000%, and she allowed, by her helping us so much, she allowed me to be that serial entrepreneur and get all those different things going and all that stuff. So a lot of help. It takes a village. I
Yes.
still have my sister, my husband, so everybody chips in, and my youngest children are old enough now to where they chip in, so they have chores and stuff like that now. So everybody chipping in helps.
Okay. And isn't one of your sons a business owner himself?
He is. He
Okay.
is. Yes. Actually, my daughter is a business owner, and my oldest son is a business owner, and my youngest son, he's working on it. He wants to be a YouTube star, so he's building his YouTube channel now.
Okay. Okay. We're actually going to have, we are going to be interviewing your daughter next week.
Yes,
So,
I heard. I'm excited.
so yeah, I'm excited. That's will you give someone who wants to be now this isn't a person that's actively pursuing being a business or personal business consultant, but it's something that they want to do, but they just don't know where to start.
Well, I would say, first of all, make sure that you are a people person.
Okay.
You have to be a people person, because you have to be able to listen to what's not said.
Oh.
So sometimes people can't figure out what they really want. They can't really put it into words. So you have to be an active listener so that you can catch what's not being said, so that you can help steer them in the right direction. You're not making decisions for them, but
Okay.
you are steering them so that they can make clear decisions for themselves. I would say seek out training and guidance. Get a mentor. Definitely have a mentor. I have several. And really just be a listener. Listen to the people. You can't get irritated. You have to be a people person. People will come to you with 1,000 complaints, and you have to be empathetic with them and understand where they're coming from, and be able to help them dig through those complaints to get to their success.
Okay. That's some good stuff. Now you said you have several mentors. Were those relationships, did they come about kind of organically, or did you actively seek out certain people to mentor you?
I did not. They organically came.
Okay.
I say they were sent by God himself, because in different seasons of my life, I have been that hard-headed person who didn't want to hear anything, and I was very shy, believe it or not. As much as I talk, I was very shy and didn't really, like, I was at the beginning didn't want to express who I was because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand who I was. So it was difficult for me to say who I was. So I had people who came into my life who started pulling it out of me. So I
Okay.
had people that came into my life and saw things inside of me that at that time I didn't even see myself.
Okay. All right. That's good. That is good. So we have a show called Promise Friday where we explore promises from the Bible. What role does your faith in God take in your journey to get to where you are today and where you would like to be in the future?
It is the complete role. I live my life every single day by faith. I
Okay.
am not gonna say it's easy because it's not,
Mm-hmm.
but I live my life every day by faith. You know, I used to worry about where this would come from, where that would come from, this, that, and the other. Uh, Before I knew God like I know Him now, I trusted a paycheck,
Okay.
and that was making six figures a year and still living paycheck to paycheck because I didn't understand that that was not my source. God is my source.
Okay.
So I truly live my life by faith. I know that everything that I need, He provides. And even in business, the thing that I had to learn is I had to have faith in my business. When God said to move, I had to move. Now I've not always been like this. In the beginning, I had to have confirmation from 50 people. I had to have hands laid on me, oil thrown on me, just be like, did God really say that?
Yeah.
But now I'm at a point where when God says move, I
Yes.
move, and I don't worry about the money. I don't worry about the people. I don't worry about any of it because if He ordained it, He will line every single
Everything.
thing up that you need. All you got to do is move. So
Yes.
I 110%.
All right. That's great. Yeah, I know about the confirmation and a bird flying backwards or something.
Yes.
I think we have all been there. Okay, so who are two people that have been the most influential in your life?
My mom and my dad.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have seen the good days where we had, and I've seen the not so good days when we didn't have. But they made me and my sister believe that we had the world,
Oh, wow.
and I appreciated that. Like, we grew up over on the west side of Atlanta in the hood, and we didn't really realize we were in the hood because of they took us outside of our neighborhood and introduced us to more things, and
Okay.
they gave both of us our work ethic. Like, my mom and dad, all I ever saw them do was work. I don't think they ever took a vacation no more than go to a family reunion or something, but
Hmm.
our work ethic came from them. So it's like, I'll never say, I don't want to do this person's job. That ain't my job. My dad taught us, you never say that because you'll have that person's job. So don't worry about that. So
Oh,
that's how I became a general manager of a restaurant at 19 years old.
oh, wow. Wow. That's great. I didn't meet your dad, but I did meet your mom. And she was like, I remember when I met her, I was like, I really need to get to know her better. Just the sweetest person,
Yes.
always wanting to help people and always available if you needed her to talk or anything like that. So I definitely see how she can be so influential in your life.
Yes.
So, what is one thing you want everyone to know either about you or just about some general advice?
Well, my advice to anyone that's trying to do anything outside their comfort zone is to do it scared.
Yes.
Fear will come. Right now, even before we got on this Zoom meeting, I had butterflies in my stomach. I was talking to my husband. I was like, I'm so nervous. He was like, you good, you good. And even sometimes when I post certain things, I get nervous even before I post it because somewhere it creeps up. Okay, people are gonna see this. What are they gonna think? What are they gonna
Yeah.
say? And the advice that I would give you is, it's okay to have the fear, but it's not okay to stop.
Yes.
So even though you have that fear, do it anyway.
Do
If
it.
I can tell you to do anything, just do it anyway. I have been doing it scared for almost 5 years now since I started my first business. I have been doing it scared. And every time I do something, when I introduce myself or I introduce my business, I'm still scared. And I still sometimes think, oh my God, what are they going to think? And this, that, and the other. It don't matter. Do it anyway.
Do it
Even if
anyway.
you're scared to do it, just do it anyway.
Do it anyway. That's
Do it
great
anyway.
advice, because being afraid will hold you back from doing so much, and it will keep you from progressing and just so many other things. And then you wish, oh man, if only I had stepped out and did it, so it's great. Do it anyway. And that's what we
Do it
have to
anyway.
remind ourselves. So is there anything else you would like to say or promote about your business?
Um, well, right now, as we mentioned, I do have the vision board kit. I
Okay.
hate that I don't have one with me, but as you see, I have multiple vision boards behind me.
Yes.
And I will post more pictures of my kits, but if you want to purchase a vision board kit, you will get a free vision board workshop with the purchase of a kit. So
Okay.
you won't just get a kit and you just have the kit and don't know what to do. You'll get a free 1 hour vision board workshop with me. And I'm also offering 30-minute consulting slots right now. I have a few slots open that I'm offering for free. So if you
Okay.
have an idea or if something's stirring up on the inside of you and you just want to get a little insight or maybe see which way to go with it, I do have some of those open right now. So just either DM me or email me through the website and we can go from there.
Okay, so we have about a minute left. Tell us about your small business mixer. That was awesome.
Oh, yes.
So,
And thank
yeah.
you so much for joining. So, okay, me and a colleague of mine were talking one day, and she was like, I think you need to get a bunch of small businesses together and do a mixer. I'm like, I'm not going to be in person with anybody right now. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I can do that. So we had our first one last weekend, and it was so amazing. I
It
had
was.
9 different businesses that actually came in, and they come in on Zoom, and we stream to Facebook so that they can stream out to all their people. And they just come in and they introduce themselves and introduce their businesses. And our motto is, we live to see you win. And that is exactly what we do. So I don't charge anything. You just come in and introduce yourself and your products or your services. And this one went so well
It
that
did.
we will be offering this every month. Every
Okay.
month we're gonna do a small business mixer. So that'll be coming up. I'll post it on my page and everything, and you can get signed up. And you just come in and talk 5 or 10 minutes about you and your business.
Yes. So I encourage any business owners that are watching today, join, go over to Hidden Gem Unveiled. All the information is in the description box, and join that page so that you can stay up to date on that. That was a great thing. And also watch the replay from the first one. It was really, really good. I think you guys will enjoy it. So that's all we have for tonight. That's all the time we have. Thank you again, Patricia, for joining us. I am
Thank
so
you
glad you were
so
able to
much.
come. So if please, y'all, connect with her, um, donate to her initiative for the
Yes.
supplies for the children. Go look at what she's doing on the consultant side, her vision boards, all of that is all great stuff. And next week we will have her daughter, Diamond Muhammad, on. which I'm excited about this interview too. So tune in again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. for another Tell Us About It Tuesday. But this Friday, we will have our Promise Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So tune in for that to learn more about the promises of God, and have a great week and have a even greater weekend. No, we can't do too much right now, but yeah. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all next week. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.